Good quick update as I get ready to leave work. We can see Dogecoin, our little TA we did for you a couple hours ago. It's looking beautiful. Remember that? Coming up the key overhead resistance now. But when we were right in here, when we were right down there, remember we drew out these moving averages out into the future. See that? Because the live moving averages are right there. And we said it's going to try to fight over these now because the moving averages are going up in the 5 minute versus down. When they're going down, it acts as resistance, right? When the moving average is, say, going up like it is now. So when the moving average is going down, the price gets knocked down and goes down. When the moving averages are going up, the price can get supported and work its way up, right? See how that works? Until it meets up here, key overhead resistance of a downtrending trend line, but also more importantly, the three moving averages, the 200, the 100, and the 50-day moving average are all going to be up here in the 4-hour time frame. See where they're at? See that? I just kind of drew them out for you where I think they're going to be in the future when the price meets it. See, we just drew the 50 out, we just drew the 100 out, and then the green, the 200 out. And that's gonna, if it can fight up that far, which it could, because that was a big crash, and usually you got to have some up movement after, and the volume is still dying. So the price, every time the price moves and the volume picks up, you can see it in the 4-hour, it just dies off. Look at this. There's your peak in volume. 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 There's your peak, a little bit higher of a buy peak, and then now lower. You can see the volume is crashing still in the 4-hour, the hour, the daily, the weekly, and the monthly time frames. Very bearish. But we think we could come back up there, and that would look beautiful, right? You get that overshoot top, and then on the underneath, you get the overshoot to get rejected. So I think that's what's going on here. It could fall apart at any time because it's fighting now and crying and scratching and being beat down. Every time it moves through one of these moving averages, look at it this way. You have a house on 4 stilts, 4 legs, 4 braces. And with each big, gigantic rogue wave, it knocks out one of the support beams. So now the first one's gone, you only got 3 left. Then 2, and then it can crash. As soon as that first one's been compromised, it can fall down at any time. And then especially when another one. So the next big overhead resistance that meets up again with these moving averages in the trading, if you look out, would be if we did a short-term upper resistance. You would see in the hour time frame right here you could put it, or right there because there's more trading. A little bit down, right there. There's big overhead resistance there. It's even a little bit higher up. You could even move it up to right there. That's where we're going to put it. And it's kind of funny that it meets exactly with where that the 50-day moving average is in the hour time frame. So like the house on stilts, as this price moves up, it's going to lose its first leg right there. And now the house could go at any time. But if it pumps up to here, its second leg and part of its third leg are going to be gone. So it's probably going to immediately, if it can get that far up there, would immediately roll over on itself. You see that like that? Because 2.5 out of the 4 legs are gone. And then at the outside shot, 1 out of 10 chance. We're going to probability base this down for you. A 1 out of 10 chance it gets there. A 3 out of 10 chance it gets there. So that leaves us with 6 left. And I would say the remainder out of 6, the 4 out of 6 chance of getting here, 4 out of 10 chance of getting here, a 3 out of 10 chance of getting there, or a 4 out of 10, a 4, and then a 2. So that's how that's going to work. It's going to lose a leg on the house here. It's going to lose another leg and a half here, and it's going to be done. And if it can crumble up here on a half a leg and a stilt, the first gust of wind over any kind of wind speed that can move a hair on your head, it's going to roll it over. But I detected this pattern out and brought it to your attention exclusively at Vincenzo's Gold Crypto Investing down here, and showed you how this is going to work with the moving averages going up in the short-term 5-minute time frame, but in the hour, on the daily, they're crashing, and the intersection is right there. This is where they're all going to meet, and that's why I thought the price could come up to here. And once again, exclusively first, brought to you at Vincenzo's Gold Crypto Investing, anywhere on YouTube, this short-term bounce, and I read it beautifully, and I showed you the reasons why with the uptrending short-term moving average and the downtrending moving averages in the hour and daily time frame, and where that intersection was going to be. It's 34 cents, and that's where I think you may touch briefly, 33, 32, and then you're going to collapse, right? You're not too far from there right now, cent-wise, but percentile-wise, with our industry exclusive and soon to be hotly rising YouTube famous measuring tool, you got another 2% to move, right? It was about a 10% move when we dissected it. So like, subscribe, and share. Yes, become a member, Jabroni Killer. $10 a month. We have 4 members of the Jabroni Killers. Become a member of the Jabroni Killers, and make some shit happen. Support the channel, right? Some more quick TA. This is the same thing. Links are above and below to support the channel. You could start trading up to here and then get rejected, because we got much lower targets down there. And Litecoin, $60 to $80 is our long-standing target. $100 is a short-term to medium-range target. But there's option one. You can fight up into these moving averages with no volume and get rejected somewhere in here. The outside and least probable is it can come up here before it gets rejected. The most probable is it fights its way into that zone, this zone right here, and gets harshly and violently rejected. If it can squeeze up to there, the price action is moved. So we're going to move this down. We got to move all these. Price action's moved. So most probable area to get shot down and rejected out to $170. Outside shop, at least likely, maybe a 1 out of 10 chance of reaching $177 and then get harshly rejected. And then the underneath short-term target is the support, major underneath support, or short-term major underneath support at $154. And then once you get rejected up there, somewhere up here, you're going to trade back along this and then hit it as underneath resistance and then continue down. So this, wherever you roll over from, that's how you're going to trade after, more than likely, right? Like, subscribe, and share. Donate to the channel. I am not a financial advisor, nor do I play one on my own radio show. Peace and love. Educational and entertainment only. Peace and love. I cannot recommend any stock, securities, commodities, or any other financial asset security. Peace and love. Peace and love. Peace and love. Yeah, now it's same.